It is been a minute. Welcome to Build a Brain with Kristen, where every Wednesday and Thursday I interview business owners, promote upcoming events while discussing topic of the day with some other great new segments right here on the number one radio station, 90 hits 92.3 Atlanta. Make sure to follow on Facebook and Instagram. Y'all, I miss being here. It has been so much that had been going on just with the pregnancy and the baby. And tomorrow I finally go to the doctor to find out exactly what week I'm gonna be delivering her, because I have to have the C-section. And when they tell you a high risk pregnancy is something serious, it is, because it's a lot on the body, mentally and physically. And I know, like, if you watch me on live, like on social media, I always got makeup on, and I'm always dressed with some type of fedora hat on, like I'm always stylish. But it's like lately, I just been looking like a house mom. Like, I got my hat on, I got on my shirt, then I have on like stretch pants. Like, I just look crazy out here in these streets. So I'm super excited, and I am so happy to be back. So thanks to everybody that's been on social media requesting Build a Brand with Kristen to return. She is here in the building. Don't forget, y'all, to follow Cascade Pop-Up Shop on Facebook and Instagram. We live every Wednesday. I mean, every Wednesday. We're live every Saturday from 11:30 to 4:30 out in the Cascade parking lot of the Beauty Exchange Hair Store with over 30 different vendors selling our products. We have consistent flow of traffic. It's always a good time and a vibe. So make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Before we get started, yeah, I do want to show Miss Yokita McGraw some love. She is having an event. Um, I will post it up, but she is having the How to Be Pampered and show Saturday, May 14th from 12 p.m. in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's gonna be at 740 I'm guessing that's East Martin Luther King Boulevard. So you can come out and just get the stress taken away. Vendor space is available for $75, round table and two chairs included. They're going to have different vendors catering to the needs of the body from head to toe. Don't forget the pre-show is $15 and at the door is $20. So if you have any questions, contact Keita McGraw at 423-503-1420. So y'all make sure y'all get that information and go out and support, as well as if you want to be a vendor. Um, I wish I was in Tennessee because I definitely would be attending her event. So if y'all see that flyer, it is a legit pop-up shop. So go out and support. Also, don't forget that I am working with iWorks TV for the Rosa Blanca Wine and Music Festival, um, August 13th. What? For the Wine and Music Festival, August 13th, 2022. This year is gonna be in the sun at the park of Piedmont Park with over 15 local artists, celebrities. It's happening. So if you want to be a vendor, you can contact me directly, as I am a vendor manager for this event, at 678-531-9752, or email us at the rbfestival 2022 at gmail.com. We are looking for some really great vendors to come out and celebrate. If y'all know me from Cascade, then you know this event. I wouldn't put my name on anything that's not 100%. By the time this event happened, I would have had the baby already. So I will be out there with my stroller, coming out to have a good time and get the vendors and everything in order. So if you have any questions, always feel free to call me directly. I'm super excited because I just did another one of my magazines. I just did my night magazine. I didn't just do it, but it just aired for She Exists magazine. As the entrepreneur guru Kristen Williams, Cascade Pop Up Shop has been featured in his first magazine. So hand clap for that. The vendors and I are getting some recognition for what we do out there in the parking lot. So I am super excited that someone wanted to air us. It felt really, really good to see it. I cried. I cried. I felt good. I felt like this was everything I worked hard for. And it just made me feel so good to know that I am really helping people in the community shine bright, help shine their business to a brighter light. And I just kept saying to myself, like, I know this, this for something. And here it is, because the story that they wrote was just so beautiful that it just brought so much tears and joys to my eyes. And I can't wait to print it out and and for the world to see. So if y'all have not, go to my Facebook, Kristen Builder Brand Williams, and check out my magazine article. And she exists magazine for Cascades Pop Up Shop and what we're doing out there. They really shine the light on us. We're the first pop up shop to actually be featured in the magazine. So kudos to that. Doing major things out there on Cascade Avenue. um, Now we need to. Y'all already know what time it is. It is my favorite time of the day. We gotta jump right into it first off. Y'all already know that we gotta do what? The B team investigates. So I gotta go live. Actually, I gotta pull up my Instagram because someone asked me to talk about this on Instagram as well because they don't have social media. So we're gonna go just live for a second because this is a scam that has just started. And if you are looking for a work from home job, if you are looking for a work from home job, um, this is what you need to definitely definitely you definitely need to listen into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix my little thing up. Okay, let's get into it. So if you are looking for work, beware of this employment scam. Scammers are targeting people looking for jobs. Now, the Better Business Bureau is getting reports of a job scam, but it has a twist on it. So how it works, you get a message from someone on you will get a message from someone on Indeed or work from home job saying they want to hire you. And the scammer will ask you to download a messaging app such as Telegram. And once you download the app, you ask a few interview questions as if you're doing a real interview. And they offer you the job. Okay. Then you get an official looking contract to sign for a work for home job. And the scammer asks for your name, your address, date of birth, banking information, claiming they need these details to add you to the direct deposit payroll for the company. Um, some versions of this scam don't even end there. The scammers then want to help you set up a home office so you can get a check. After depositing a check, your contact says you were overpaid and you have to return a portion of the money you deposited. That's crazy. And of course, the check is fake. The scammer disappears along with all your money. So if you are looking for a work from home job, please make sure you do what I always say to do, even when it comes to pop up shops. Do your research. Look up the company. They're not gonna send you a check, tell you you've been overpaid, and then take all your money out of your banking account. So, how to avoid being a scam of a work from home job? Research the job first. Visit a company's website. Look up their contact information. Verify the company exists and that the job posting is real before you interact with a stranger. So check that job posting on Instagram. I mean, check it on Google. If you see it on Indeed, verify through customer service that the job posting is real. Beware of jobs that involve receiving and returning money. Legitimate companies don't generally send money to new employees before the work is done. And be careful with your personal information. Never provide anyone with your personal information until you're sure you can trust them. It's unfortunately that this is what's happening in the world. Is that every week it's always a scam going on. And the best way to just protect yourself is do research. I only been scammed one time during the Cash App situation because now I always research. Now that they have this work from home employment scam going on that just started, I think it was like over the weekend, people bank accounts have been getting drained. So y'all just make sure you contact Indeed and verify the account is real from this employer. Um, that's the best thing to do. I'm gonna tell y'all, I would be disappointed. I know for like some work from home jobs, they tell you like, hey, we need you to fill out this information, this contract with all your business stuff, and then they take all your money out of your account. And a lot of us need jobs, and so we quick to sign up when they say you've been hired. But just be careful of a job that's willing to just hire you on the spot after only asking you two or three questions. That's a red flag by itself. Well, y'all already know we got to get into it because we got topic of the day. And topic of the day is we is talking about Meg the Stallion again. So so we be right back with Kristen Bilderbrand right here at Hits 92.3 ATL. We are back with Build a Brain with Kristen right here at his 92.3 ATL. Make sure y'all download the app in your Play Store. We had already went over the B team investigates. Please beware of employment scams. Also, don't forget to please check out Yokita background in event she's having Saturday, May 14th at 12 p.m. How head to toe pamper and show. So come let the stress go. Vendors are available. They're $75. That includes the round table and two chairs included. The pre-show is $15, and at the door is 20. So if you are in the Chattanooga, Tennessee area, please make sure to get your ticket. Also, don't forget to check me out with the Wine and Music Festival going down in Piedmont Park August 13th, 2022. You can give me a call at 678-531-9752 for more information on how to be a vendor. This event originated from New Orleans and is out here in Atlanta. So I am helping bring in vendors, food trucks, candles, clothing, eyelashes, whatever it is that you do, come out as it's going to be thousands of people in this park. They already secured Shantae Moore, some rappers, some singers and rappers from New Orleans as well as from Atlanta. So this is the perfect place to be when for that mix of that New Orleans, Atlanta, Southern feel. It is going to be amazing, and I'm so glad to be a part of the team. Okay, it's trending, so I got to talk about it. Meg the Stallion interview she did with Lord, what's that lady name? I don't forgot. It's the pregnancy. Her name was Karen, wasn't it? Grace Gail King. Thank you. Cause I am not good with names right now. Well, Meg the Stallion did an interview with Gail King to tell her side of the story that happened with the whole Tory Lane situation. Um, I have no idea what prompted her to actually do this interview. And when I was watching it, I felt like it was a bad idea. Um, I just felt like I felt like someone should have told her not to do that. Because if anything, her doing the interview, I felt like her doing the interview with Gail King, it raised more questions than it gave answers. Because if y'all remember in July 2020, Meg the Stallion was shot, allegedly by a fellow rapper and then friend. We're gonna call him friend, Tory Lanez. Somehow the dispute escalated between Megan's friend Kelsey Harris and Tory after leaving the party held at Kylie Jenner's house in Los Angeles. We ain't gonna say house, we're gonna call it a mansion. On a car ride, Megan said she wanted to get out because Tory was becoming violent. And the police arrested Tory following the incident, but he has later been arrested on bond. Now, CBS News says the case is expected to go to trial in September of this year. And then after 2 years of being doubted and just people saying so many negative things about to her or posting about her, she was ready to put her own narrative out there for the first time publicly. So knowing that people may still not believe her, Gail with her CBS team went to California interview with Meg the Stallion. Um, Gail King, after the interview, Gail King said She felt that Megan was a victim and believed her story. Meanwhile, people took to social media and had a lot of things to say about it. So it became like it's really trending all over the place. 50 Cent had this a lot to say on IG as he always trolling people. And some people felt that she was lying and putting on a show. Now, how she able to tell her story and Kelsey and Tori can't is some of the things people were saying. Someone felt that it was real. Like, what do you think? What do y'all think? I mean, I watched the interview. I did. And I got an actress. Not I want to say an actress. I felt like I do believe she got shot. I personally don't believe Tory Lane shot her. That's just what I believe. Because there's been so many situations and maybe it's just celebrities, but if somebody shoots somebody, like they in jail. And it's just the fact that, it's so many circumstances behind it. Because how is it she could freely go to different radio stations, sit down with Gail and tell her one-sided story. But Tory Lanez and Kelsey, they all have gag orders. So they're not allowed to go on any platform and say, hey, this is my side of the story. This is what happened, without legally having to deal with that situation. So I feel like she should also have one as well, so that if they can't speak, she can't speak. It's just how I feel. I didn't feel like she was giving any real tears. I felt like I didn't have makeup on and gave real tears. I just feel like it just wasn't real. I felt like it was for the cameras. I felt like it was a quick, let me sit down, give this story so people could keep listening to my music, so people could keep, showing up to my shows or whatever the case may be, or it could silence the rumors. I personally didn't feel like the Mega Stallion interview was in her best interest. Then when she gave the story that her and Tori had never been intimate before, I'm like, come on, Tory Lanez. You want me to believe that you and Tory Lanez were only friends? I don't buy it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez was only friends. When Gail asked her, had they been intimate, she said, no, we were only close friends. So if you could publicly just tell that lie, how much more of your story, like, do we know is the truth and is not? I think it's more happening in that vehicle than what she said. How we know that she didn't grab Tori's gun and they were struggling over it and her foot got shot by accident. Because first she say he was she was sitting in the car and then he shot down at her feet. Now she's saying that this man is all of 4'2", is now standing outside the window saying dance for me. It's just, I don't know. It's so many things that's just completely not making sense in this situation. But I felt like I didn't get a peace of mind by watching it. And I felt like that her doing the Gail King interview didn't change much of anything. If anything, we tired of talking about it. It's like now we starting to be tired of listening to you. And well, Tori don't haven't said anything, but we tired of hearing you talk about it. It's not gonna stop the music. We still listening to the music. We still downloading the songs. We still thoughting about into the music. I just personally feel like that she shouldn't have done that interview because I don't feel like it was any sincerity. I think it was something her team just threw together, to kind of save face. But it's been 2 years since this has happened. It is time to put it to bed, Megan. We tired of talking about it and we tired of hearing about it. And when I was sitting in the bed watching it, I mean, even the Breakfast Club was like, we feel sorry for her. It's not her fault. She's a victim. I didn't feel that. I feel like after that interview, she went to Red Lobster. That's that's how I feel. I feel like it just wasn't given to me. It didn't make me like feel sorry, like, hey, I could sympathize with her. I done heard stories that made me cry because I could really see the pain and the hurt in that person. And the fact that she was using her parents, to kind of bring tears about, how you telling a story and you want someone to believe you. So you think of something that once tragically happened in your life to bring out those tears to reign over what you currently have going on. Kids do it all the time. I wasn't feeling it. And I really would like to hear Tori's side of the story. It would be nice. This man that made a whole album saying that he didn't do it. He done wrote a whole song saying he didn't do it. Something about the Meg Stallion story is just not clicking with me because it has changed so many times. If it's the truth, then it's gonna it's gonna stay in. If you want to weigh in or you have any questions or comments about the Meg Thee Stallion interview that she did with Gayle King, please call in at 404-254-4347. I'm always looking to conversate, but I just didn't see it. I didn't. I didn't feel it. I just didn't feel it. It wasn't given. What Gayle King saw, but this is just my personal opinion. I personally didn't see it. What the Breakfast Club saw, I didn't see it. I didn't feel like it was a sincere story. It was more like, okay, what's next? That's how I felt she left the studio. Like, okay, I gave that story. What's lined up for me to do next? What's next on the agenda? The only people that know what truly happened in that car cannot give their side of the story. It's unfortunate. I wish I was in the car that day and I could have witnessed the truth because this is a chaotic scene all over the place. And then when she told a story that she, walked on glass so nobody don't get shot, I think that was some BS because she told Gayle King that too. Gayle King asked her, well, why did you originally tell people that you stepped on glass and this is how you cut your foot? And she was like, I didn't want, with the George Floyd situation happening, I didn't want people to be shot and I didn't want us to be killed. That made no sense to me whatsoever. Because if someone shoots me, I'm telling the police, I'm telling. I'm snitching, I'm ratting, I'm telling on you. I don't care about none of that Black Lives Matter. You shoot me, you going to jail. That's just period. So I just wasn't buying the whole story of, you know, I was trying to protect us from being killed. And that's why I say I stepped on glass. So I don't know. I'm not buying, like I said, I'm not buying the interview. The story is all over the place. It sounds like a child that's lying about stealing snacks out the cabinet. They story all over the place. This story all over the place. I want to hear Kelsey. I'm waiting on Kelsey to actually go, be able to go on a platform and tell her side of the story because I don't think it's fair that it's one sided. I'm not a one-sided person. If a situation happens, if a situation happens, I need if a situation happens, I need to hear all party sides involved on the platform, not just Megan's, because she's the bigger star. I want to hear Tori. I want to hear Kelsey. Matter of fact, I want to hear the on-star person. I want to hear the side of the story of the security officer. I want all parties involved. So I don't know. Personally, to me, I just felt like it wasn't giving. If y'all had a chance to watch the Meg Thee Stallion interview that just aired, I believe it was last week. Call in at 404-254-4347 so that we could get your opinion on it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that she's not entitled to tell her side of the story. Everybody's entitled to tell their side of the story, which is why we have courtrooms, plaintiff, defendant. But I just personally feel like it just wasn't given. Not for me, maybe for you. I'm not a gullible person. I used to be. I need to see evidence. I need to see proof. She says she still has bullet fragments in her feet. No one is doubting that she's been shot. What we doubting is how she got shot. That's what I stand on. That's what Kristen Bilderbrand stand at. We're standing on how the story happened. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me someone pushed you on the ground. I want to know the circumstances around that situation happening. So I don't know. I just know. Um, I just feel like I said, I'm not going to stop. I'm not gonna stop listening to her music because I doubt her story. That don't have anything to do with it. I just personally feel like, you know, I feel like the interview was BS. Can I say that? I feel like the Meg Thee Stallion interview was BS. That's how I feel. I feel it was cap. Is that what people say? Cap. I, I feel like that interview was cap. I do not want her legal team. Whoever legal team she have, she need to give out the names so that we do not hire these people. Because if they was in her best interest, they would not have had her go on there and do that damn show. That's how I feel. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it if it was me. But then again, I don't tell stories like stuff that be happening. You don't never hear me speak on it. I don't go live and talk about stories that happen. To me, um, I don't go live and I don't address stuff. So, and I am in the public eye. I'm not that type of a live person. Like when I go live, I want it to be what I'm doing right now, something positive. I don't want it to I don't address stuff in live. I don't know. It makes me feel finicky. But don't forget, we're gonna move on because we're tired of giving this situation light. So if you have anything that you want to say or any questions you have for Kristen Build the Brand, please call in at 404-254-4347. I love the conversation under these circumstances. Yeah, we gotta talk about something else that's popping out here in the world. What is going on with this birth control for me? Now I know I'm behind. I know I'm behind because I haven't been here in about 2 weeks. Little baby Juju just she not giving right now. She ready. So I'm trying to get caught up on life goals right now and what's happening. But I read that there's birth control for men. What is that about? They might as well start having the baby too. Why do we have birth control for men? There is some men that do need it. Now, first off, I'm not saying I'm against it. I think that it's something that that might be needed because there's a lot of men out there that got like 5, 6, 7 children and don't take care of none of them. Don't buy Pampers for little Zay. Little Ray Ray, he haven't seen his dad since he was 2. He on the south side chilling with the homies. People like that, I feel like, need birth control. But when did this happen? Why is this happening, first off? And what is the point of it? So, men, I know I saw Kodak Black say he was subscribing to Summer. He was going to buy some, but I'm just trying to figure out what is the point for the birth control for men. Why is women not taking the birth control? Like, that's what it originally was for. Birth control is originally for women to prevent pregnancies in case they have unprotected sex with the person, and the birth control acts as that second line of defense. As that second line of defense, and as that second line of defense to back you up in case the condom fail. So I'm trying to figure out if this is originally for the women. Yes, unicorn. Yeah, unicorn. Unicorn.
Hello, first time caller, long time listener. Hi, how are you doing, Kristen?
Hey.
So I was just out there listening to your conversation today, and I be a part of your life, or A, be a part of your baby's life, and then you call him a deadbeat when he told you he didn't want no damn kid. So now you're mad at him because he didn't want to be a part of your world or whatever your mind had in it. Yes, I absolutely am for birth control for men. They need to be able to take their control of their futures in their hand. If they don't want to have children, the same way if a woman don't want to have a child for the exact same reasons, why shouldn't they be able to protect themselves? And obviously, condoms ain't enough if women are poking holes in condoms, and if Drake got to put hot sauce in a condom to prevent a bitch from pulling the semen out of a condom and using a turkey baster. Obviously, our world has come to a point where relying on just women to make the choice for men to be safe ain't enough. Men need to protect themselves. If I had an XY chromosome, I swear to God, I'd reduce my sperms.
Yes, men are supposed to be able to protect themselves because it is men out there who don't want children and they are being forced to have them because it's the women's choice to decide if they want to have kids or if they don't, to keep the baby or not keep the baby. But at the same time, why are men not wrapping it up as well?
But again, there are men who wrap it up, and before they even had a chance to wrap it up, the woman put a hole in the condom. There are men who wrap it up, and during sex, women use their Kegel skills and they pull the condom off. There are men who wrap it up, and the condom come off because it's too big. I lost the condom. Have you ever lost a condom in a coochie? I've lost the condom. You know what I'm saying? Accidents happen, bruh. Accidents happen. And if you already protected, then that's just another line of protection. I am all for men having oral contraceptives. Yeah. I'm all for it because I'm all for men having oral contraceptives. I am all for it. No, and I don't believe any situation should one person be responsible for both people's outcomes ever. Let me be in control of my own outcome.
That is true.
Thank you for letting me call in.
Are you welcome? That is so true. So I do agree. that men should be able to take birth control so that they can decide whether or not they, because some men don't want children. Some men, sometimes you meet somebody, situations happen, and you don't have a birth control, present to be able to, you know, I guess take care of the situation and whatnot. I just think that it's just a lot of things that women doing is now provided to the man. So how are we able to be women? Women used to be birth control effects. Now it's for the man. It's like what next the man gonna be deciding for us to have abortions too? It's it's too much. I think that it's it's a weirdo conversation because I know I don't want to see my husband taking no birth control pills. And it's weird. Or him like, oh, it's first off, is it the same pills that women take? Can they go to the gynecologist and get birth control pills? Like, first off, how do they sign up for that shit? How is that given? It's it's a finicky type of situation. I mean, they should have a right. They should have a right um to decide what they want to do, if they want to have kids or not. They should be able to decide. So I do agree with that caller. I must say, I must say that I do because it makes sense. Um, I just, I just feel like that's a woman's right, though. I mean, men have their right too. Don't they have a right to? They could get their balls cut off. They don't want kids. Like, why everything women doing is the men doing it too? It's like it's really starting to be down to, I guess, the equal quality for both male and females. I don't know. Now I know my topic number three that we're talking about is definitely gonna touch a lot of heads because we definitely gonna touch on child pregnancy. I have to just share my experience of what I've been seeing going to the doctor, but I'm gonna wait till after our 11 hour. But I feel like it is fair, and then I feel like it's not because what if that woman is married to someone and she's secretly taking birth control pills and they can't conceive a baby? Is that fair? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. I don't like it. I don't like the birth control for men. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't want to be in my OBGYN doctor's appointment and there's a man next to me waiting on his birth control pills. Like, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna be like one of these things not like the other. One of these things just don't belong here. This the women's club. Why is you here getting birth control pills? I don't know. I think it's weird. It's weird. Like I say, if y'all have any questions about today's topic, as I'm trying to get caught up. I've been on the shell, on the rock, and there's so much going on in the world. I've been so behind. So make sure y'all give us a call at 442544347. Conversate with me. Let's talk about it. How do y'all feel about that on the Meg the Stallion interview? I need to know. because a lot of people in the comments just wasn't buying it. And for her to do that interview, it makes me wonder, like, are your ticket sales down? Is people listening to the music? I feel like for Meg Thee Stallion to do that interview, I feel like something is wrong. It ain't bullying. I just didn't agree with it. I thought it was just a little distasteful. Because I felt like it was all I felt like it was all fingers being pointed solely on Tory. I felt like he wasn't she didn't give him no credit for nothing at all. I felt like it was the blame game. Like, woe me, I'm the victim. She didn't say she did anything to upset him. Not saying that's a reason to do to shoot somebody allegedly, but I feel like she come off aggressive. Like Meg Thee Stallion Meg Thee Stallion is like what 7 feet tall, and Tory Lanez is 5'3". If anything, he was scared of her, is what I think. I think it was the opposite. I think Tory Lanez was scared of Meg Thee Stallion inside that car. Cause he had to look up at her. He was like look down, like dance for me. I don't know. And then the original story was that he was messing with her, and Gail King asked her that. She was like, "Well, the original story is he was messing with you and your friend." She was like, "No, that's not true. It's some true. I believe where there's smoke, there's fire." That rumor, that rumor didn't just pop out the blue. He said he was. I believe he was. I don't think Tory Lanez was lying about this. I don't think he was lying about it. That's just what I think. I don't think he was lying about messing with her and her friend at the same time. And then it was the argument spewed inside because he was flirting with Kylie Jenner in front of her. Did you ever notice though, like the white celebrities, they don't give that tea, like that type of tea. Like all this that happened, I don't think this will be in the tabloids. I don't think it would be as outspoken as it would be if it was someone of a different race. I mean, I just feel like if this was somebody like what's her name, that country singer, Leanne Ryan's, like I feel like it would have already been handled. It would have already been put under wraps. I feel like with this situation, it's a big skeptical. Um, and I also feel like it's just being used for publicity. Is also, what I think. I think it's also being used, for people. It's being dragged out so that people can feel sorry for her. Her ticket sales go up. People want to hear Tory side so that, they're downstreaming his music, hoping he slip and say something, in regards to this case. I really think it's being dragged out because they're celebrities. If they were not celebrities, somebody would already be in prison. It's just what I'm saying. But it's being dragged out. And it ain't no different than being dragged out than this whole Justin Cabaret situation. That's definitely being dragged out because I can't tell you how many times Zeus told us that they was gonna add a reunion, and they have yet to add the reunion. Now they saying it's gonna be May 10th. They dropped the trailer 3 weeks ago for a reunion that has not taken place yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it just keep being dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged. And now it's another. Now her cabaret is going on a whole nother show, a whole nother network is picking it up. So I don't know. I feel like some things is being done for publicity. I don't know. People use my name to start fake beef all the time. People always using my name to start fake beef all the time. All the time. Anytime they got an event coming out, I somehow offended somebody in some type of way that I had no idea that I offended somebody in that way. You know. So what Cardi said, if you want to use my name and start fake beef, is so true. Um, They got me wearing this baby belt, and I feel like I can't breathe. I'm wearing like a maternity belt, and it's hugging my stomach and my sides, and it's doing this job. It's giving baby lift, but I feel like I can't breathe. I'm good. Uh, okay, this baby belt is giving life. They is not playing at the doctor's office because this is the thing. This is why I have to wear a baby brace. It's because I had a miscarriage earlier this year, and then I had a surgery to have like some fibroids removed. So with the scarring and the tissue, my stomach is not stretching as much, as it should. Like I'm 32 weeks, which is 8 months pregnant, but I'm still looking like I'm about 6 months pregnant, if that makes sense. So, and people would say they'll be like, I was a quick trip this morning to get some water, and it was like, oh, you 6 months pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm eight. Like, put 5 more months on top of that. So it's not stretching to give her as much the room she needs. So I have to wear a baby belt to lift under my stomach to help push her up because now she's in that the what they call an up down position or the fetal position. So, it's a lot. That's why I've been having to just stay home and sleep and sleep and sleep. And then people on Facebook were inboxing me like, when is Kristen Builderbrand coming back? People want to do interviews, and I'm just like, I have no idea. But I do know one thing. I am excited for tomorrow's doctor's appointment because they literally called to confirm while I was here. They're gonna let me know tomorrow what day this baby is coming out. Not day, what week. Because I'm not going the whole 40 weeks. And I'm saying I'm not, but I'm saying they're saying I'm not going the whole 40 weeks. Um and so anywhere between 35 and 36 is probably when she's gonna they're gonna schedule me at Emory Hospital for her to come. So I'm so excited to finally be getting that news tomorrow. Um, and that lets me know, when I'm gonna be on maternity leave, for the station, as well as for the pop-up shop. Because people like, oh, someone called me yesterday and asked me who was gonna replace me on my radio show. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Somebody asked me, someone called me yesterday and asked me who was going to replace me on my show. Mm-mm, baby. Somebody asked me who was going to replace me on my show yesterday. And I say nobody. They gonna do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's people are really bold these days. You know, they very, very bold. Nobody's replacing me, so I'm not going nowhere. And I gotta be right here with this baby over here in the little car seat. And We're gonna have Sunshine with Hood Unicorns gonna be bottle feeding while I do my show. Then we gotta work as a community because it takes a village. So we gon' you know what I'm saying? Then when I do my karaoke Thursdays, somebody gonna have to hold her while I do my songs. So it's just a short temporary break, but I will be back. I do want to say this. Um, I'm excited to be a new mother. Just speaking a little bit on motherhood. I'm excited to be a new mother. Again for third time, and I look forward to this new journey, this new beginning. With my kids, with my husband. Like it feels good to do it right. Two kids out of wedlock, one kid is like it feels different. But I could tell you one thing, um, because I felt like this growing up. I felt like a lot of kids feel like when their parents get married and they have extended their family, then that child begins to feel like it's only about that child and that family because that child was born with a different last name. I tell my kids every day that just means there's more love to go around. It's more of us. We don't went from the Fantastic Three to the Fantastic Four. When we go out and we do outings or whatever. So it's just more. It's just more to love. And then especially with her being another little girl, it's even fun, make it more fun. Which brings me to my next topic of the day: child pregnancies. Y'all, we have to address this. I'm sorry. I have to do it. I know people gonna get offended, but it has to be said. I go to my I go to my OBGYN doctor every Wednesday. And I go to the Atlanta prenatal care every Thursday, constantly. And last week, it was a little girl that came there. This little girl was 13 years old. 13. When they asked her how old she was in the window, she was so embarrassed to say 13. And the mom like walked in, signed the ring, and I can't even tell you what the mama had on. That's how gone she was. These pregnancies, these girls, they getting pregnant younger and like younger by the day. And when I sit there, I mean, there's no judgment on the parent, on the child, whatever. But when I sit there and I just looked at her all along, like she was just in the corner, in the chair, it's all these other women, adults around and whatnot. And hey, yo, kiddo from Facebook, girl, I read your event like 3 times, okay? But I'm gonna do it real quickly since you have missed it. um, You had missed it, but I'm gonna do it again. Y'all make sure y'all check out. Let me get that off of there, Lord. Make sure y'all check out Head to Toe Pamper and Show Saturday, May 14th, 12 p.m. at 740 East ML King Boulevard in Chattanooga, Tennessee, 37103. Come, let the stress go. If you are a vendor, get your space. If you in the area or do not mind traveling, it's only $75. That does include a round table with 2 chairs included. Different vendors catering to the needs of the body from head to toe. Make sure you contact your Kita at 423-503-1420. Make sure y'all contact her to get as much information. If it was a local event, I definitely would not mind being in the building. I do, despite what the rumors are, I do support the women. And she said she have 3 vendor spaces available. So make sure y'all contact her at 423-503-1420. And I do believe I do have that number posted for this event. And it's growing. With only 3 spaces available, that says a lot. And she just started promoting. So y'all make sure all you have to do is pack them products and bring it to the event. Contact support. You can find her on Facebook at Yokita McGraw. That's the head to toe pamper and show. Okay. Um you are very welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much for providing me the opportunity to promote your event. That's what we do here. We always looking to promote and empower each other. Yokita says she has over 18 vendors now. She's killing. I might need to hire you to be a brand ambassador for Cascade Pop Up Shop. I might need you to help me get some vendors out there. She already at 18 vendors, and it's only Wednesday. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you hustle and you grind and you get it. I'm so happy for her. So happy. So happy. She's an amazing lady. It's amazing how we can network with women that's in different states. You don't have to just network with people just because they local. Like I'm a worldwide type of person. Every place I go to, I guarantee you they know who Kristen is. I have a friend at every place I go to. I go to Quick Trip, they give me free cups of water. I, I got a friend everywhere. Are you so welcome? Okay, y'all, we gotta get on popping topic of the day. So we talked about the Meg Thee Stallion interview. Birth control for men is something we also covered today. And now we're gonna talk about child pregnancy. So I kind of was already going over it. I was just talking about how I was sitting at Emory Hospital, which is one of the bigger hospitals in Atlanta. Is where I'm delivering the baby. And this girl, 13. 13. My daughter is 13. My daughter is 14. And she just walked in and she had her head down because it was like other adult, like 3 or 4 other adult women in there. And she sat in the corner all by herself. Her mother didn't even talk to her. She checked it in and she left. She never came back till it was time for the little girl appointment was over. Like she was like checking. This is I'm out. And that little girl sat in the corner all by herself. And I felt so bad for her. Like my heart was just crying for her. Like she barely had any meat on her bones. And she's pregnant. And and she was just they called her to the back. She came back with her ultrasound picture and she was just sitting there looking at it. And I'm just like, am I protecting my girls enough? I need to check their phones more often. I need to find, I just wanted to hug her. I don't know why, but I wanted to hug her because she felt so alone in that corner. It was just like in that corner, it felt so cold. I don't know if it was because her mom left her there. I don't know if it's because she was young and pregnant, but she was so quiet. And she was calling her friends on the phone. I'm trying not to get emotional about it. But she was calling her friends on the phone and nobody would pick up. It was like they had abandoned her when she became pregnant. So young, so much to look forward to. And it's just, I don't know. I felt, I was looking at her like she could have been one of my daughters. And, you see a lot of young, I'm trying so hard to be emotional. These girls are getting pregnant at 11 and 12 years old. I see them all the time at my doctor's appointments. You know what I'm saying? We need to protect these girls more often. We need to talk to these girls. We need to, our children. Like I do stuff like, make sure they have something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids, they got hobbies, they got little businesses, like they got so much they want to do. Being pregnant can't possibly be on their mind, but I still check in with them. Listen to the stories that they come home and tell you from school. Like, um, last night we was eating dinner and it was like, it's a girl at our school that's pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God. And you don't want to, as parents, you want to not hear what the children have to say. Like I don't want to hear what's going on at school. I don't want to hear that gossip. I don't want to hear that. No, you do need to listen to their school drama because I was like that at first. When they originally told their stepdad about the girl being pregnant, I was very dismissive of the story. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. And I'm thinking I'm shielding them from a conversation, but I was like, I don't want to talk about that. I was like, let's talk about something else. What y'all learned at school today? And then I seen the girl at the doctor, this little girl at the doctor's office. And I circled back to them last night and I'm like, tell me again about that girl being pregnant at y'all school. And I was open and I listened because the first thing I said to myself when I saw this little girl, that could be my daughter. And she, they were saying that they was just saying, that I'm gonna take a quick break because it's just it was making me emotional, and they was just talking about how this girl is going around telling people at school that she's pregnant and her mom was gonna make her get an abortion, and the little boy is sitting in the cafeteria, and this is a conversation at my dinner table. And the little boy, I'm like, what are the little boy doing? And they're like, the little boy, he just like not talking to her. He's saying he's not the father. It was so it was intense. It was most intense pork chop I ever ate in my life. But we're gonna take a quick break. We're right here at His 92.3 Atlanta. Y'all listening to Kristen build the brand on this Wednesday afternoon. All right, y'all. Y'all are back with Kristen Build the Brand right here at his 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Y'all, I had to take a break because I'm pregnant and I'm emotional. But I just had to talk about this situation because these girls, I like my kids can't do nothing without me knowing. Like I know it's time the bus gets to the bus stop. I know they cash apps is attached to my email address. They YouTube's is attached to my email address. I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you have to. These kids is just getting into so much stuff. And if we don't protect them, you know, then that's what it is going to be. And like Yokita from Facebook said, they're looking for love in the wrong places. That is very true. And if y'all just tuning in, what we're talking about is teenage pregnancies. And I was talking about how when I went to my prenatal doctor, that this girl 13, so small, walked in pregnant and her mother signed her in and walked out. Didn't even ask if she needed anything. I can't even tell you what her mom was wearing. When you say flash dash, that's how fast she was going. And she just sat there in the corner, like you could tell she was embarrassed. Like she just sat sideways with her hands like folded in her lap. We need to have more conversation with our little girls, with our little boys, with our sons and our daughters. And a lot of people feel like because they had kids at a young age, that it's okay for that generational, curse or whatever to keep going down. Oh, it's okay. It's okay for what she have on her. Like now, so it's okay that my daughter's pregnant at 13. I had a baby at 13. No, that's not okay. that's that's not okay. No, let's have conversations. These children have so many opportunities out here. It's so many scholarships. It's so many positive programming, networking things that they can be looking forward to. You just have to give them, just show them that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sex is everywhere. It's in movies, it's in songs, it's in books. Everybody's talking about it. But we have to have that conversation with our children. We have to be real with them and let them know. But this is what you could do differently. This is what you have the opportunity to look forward to. And a lot of kids don't get love at home. And even though it's been said for years, these boys are still using them same lines of I care about you, I love you, let me touch you a little bit so you can see that I do want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on from there. And you have to show them, you have to be before that. You have to stand in the front of it. I know somebody's gonna tell you this, but let me tell you, it's foolishness. Some little boy gonna say I love you, but let me tell you, he don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a front of it. And they are looking for love in the wrong places because I know I once was. I was young. You were young. And when you're not getting that love at home, you turn to the streets for it. And then by the time you realize it's not real love, it's too late. So let our past be the future for our children and lead them away. That's what I'm saying. And then the fact that these schools, from what I was told on break, these some of these schools are even letting these children have baby showers in the cafeteria on lunch break. Like what kind of shit is that? That you having a baby shower and the cafeteria in middle school. A baby shower. During the time that y'all should be coming back from class, mingling with your friends, talking about what you're doing for the weekend, what teacher got on your nerves for the afternoon. Y'all having a baby shower in the cafeteria at school. They say AIDS is at an all-time high. It's teenage pregnancies that's at an all-time high. You have to think about what your kids listening to. I don't, I tell people, what's that movie? Why did I get married? When she was like, I checked the mileage. Her name was Angela. And she was like, I checked the mileage my husband drive, and if it's over 2.3, and they was like, Angela, that's too much. No, it's not. No, it's not. If I have to dedicate my life to protect my children, they're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna go out into the world. They're gonna, for the longest at the pop-up shop, they always sat under my tent. I always told them, you're gonna sit under my tent, underneath me. And I realized, Kristen, you have to let them be their own vendor. Somebody that have knowledge know what I'm from, what I'm saying, what I'm getting at. I'm like, you have to let them go. And now, they set up their own with their own little tent. I pack my tent, they pack theirs, but I'm still watching them. They free birds to walk around and network with everybody and sell their products, but I'm watching them. I'm attentive to the other 30 people that's out there, but I'm watching them first. Yokita said music is a great influence. That is very true. Music is an influence. That's why I say when my kids on their tablets have built-in Wi-Fi, and I have my eyelash me too email address is for both their YouTube accounts. So therefore, I can see what they're watching. It turns red when they listen to music. It is a huge influence. I can't tell you how many times at the pop-up shop, like, you know, these girls, these young girls be knowing the words to some of these songs. Like it is a huge influence. It is Meg the Stallion, Cardi B. Cause that's what they're talking about now, they girl parts. That's what's selling. And that's what have these children thinking that they could be successful. I'm about to blow y'all mind for a second. My 14-year-old came home and told me that one of the little girls in her class said if she don't go to college, she gonna be a stripper like her sister. This is why I say you have to have conversations, dinner conversations with your kids. Do not ignore when they want to tell you a school story. That little girl said that if she don't go to college, she's going to be a stripper like her sister. It ain't just the music, it's the at-home influence too. It's the at-home influence. She didn't even say when I make it to college. She said if, already doubting herself before she's even giving herself the chance to think she could become something. A stripper? She didn't even say a daycare teacher. She said a stripper. So she had a plan that if she don't make it to college, she's going to be 18 stripping in somebody's club. It is the music, but it's also the in-home influencer. My daughter was looking on Sheen.com for something to buy with her pop-up shop money she made. And she was sitting on my floor and she was like, nope, I'm not getting that because I know you're not going to let me wear that. Nope, I'm not going to show that to you because I know you're not going to let me. Yeah, you damn Skippy. You already know what to skip. Now you know what to show me and what not to show me. My kids don't buy nothing from a vendor without coming to talk to me and asking me if they can have it first. That's how you have to raise them. It starts within the home. My daughter 14 and she been crossing her legs since she was 2. Because I started all at a young age teaching them how to be young ladies. And people say your kids is this, your kids is that. How did I start it young? I mean, I wasn't the best parent, being a young mother, but I knew what to do and what not to do. My kids never seen men running in and out of my house at night. When my kids went to bed, they saw me. When they woke up, they saw me. You have to be the influence of your kid. Your kid shouldn't be 12 and 13 years old with a tank top on and look like a sports bra and the pants so low you can see all her back dimples. Like that's not bikinis for little girls. Why is your little girl have on a bikini, a two-piece bikini at 12 with waist beads on? Like I see them all the time at the stuff I see at my papa shop. I don't say anything, but it's like this. Come on. And you say, well, they'll do it anyways. They gonna do it behind my back. That may be true. That you feel like they're gonna do it anyways, or they're gonna do it behind your back. This is the thing. You have to teach them how not to do it. Wouldn't they do stuff behind your back? What not to do. My daughter took a picture in the bathroom, but she was fully dressed. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, well, I took a picture, but I was fully dressed. She was sitting on the counter, but she was fully dressed. I knew not to do that. I knew not, you know what I'm saying? It's like they say, I know when not to when they do get in trouble. I knew not to do that. I knew not to say that. I knew not to get involved in that. That's how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying kids are perfect. I'm not saying my kids are perfect because they damn sure not. What I'm saying is we have to be the influencer of our children. We have to be the ones that set the example. I tell my daughters and my kids all the time, you got this. I tell children at the pop-up shop, you can make that say. And when they come up to me, hey, you got this. They want to pitch, hey, can you check out my lip gloss? Yeah, you got this. You have to encourage them. Because if you don't, once the streets get a hold of them, it's over with. It's over. Once they leave you and they branch out, once the streets, it's done. Till they realize they have to be able to pull themselves out. And then at that time, you want to abandon them because now they home pregnant. Now they have to come tell you they're not virgins no more. It has to start with conversation. Have an open door policy. Come talk to me. Let's have a conversation. What's going on at school? Because I was completely, my husband like, you need to start listening to their little stories at school. And I'm like, no, because it always drama. I'm like, I don't really want to hear that negative. That's what I'm saying. But in reality, I think it was Guy who put me at that appointment with that little girl because that's the same conversation my kids was trying to have with me, and I ignored them. I pushed the story to the side. I didn't want to hear it. But then I had to circle back to them, like, wait, tell me about that pregnant girl at y'all school again. An abortion at 12, 13. We gotta just, as young mothers, we young, we listen to the music, we be dancing and doing all, but we need to make sure that we always the mother first before we do anything else. Always. Teach these little girls how to be ladies. Give them more to look forward to so sex is farther from their mind than anything else. Empower them. Teach them how to be young entrepreneurs. Instead of worrying about a boy, let me show you how to get some money. Instead of worrying about this dude or this little pissy ass boy, let me show you how you could build a brand, build a business. Give them something to look forward to that's so past what everybody else at school got going and what everybody at school is doing. You have to. It's I'm always begging for children vendors at my pop-up shop. I prefer to have a pop-up shop with all children than really with adults because I know that these children is trying to, we can encourage them. I tell them all the time. I go on the microphone and I say, hey, y'all, while y'all networking with each other, network with these children because they could be doing anything in the world, but they here with us trying to make something of themselves. We have to be the future. All right. So before I go, I hope this ain't the last time I get to be on air for a while. I would love to come back next week. We just gonna see what the doctors say tomorrow. As tomorrow they make their final decision. After looking at everything, Yokita say exactly. Yokita, thank you for hanging out with me today on Facebook. You're amazing. Thank you to everyone that's been listening in. Make sure to follow His 92.3 Atlanta on Facebook and Instagram. They're doing major things in the city. I'm so proud of the whole Hits family. Y'all make sure to check out Cascade Pop-Up Shop this Saturday from 11:30 to 5:30. Don't forget to please check out Yokita's event. Head to Toe Pamper and Show, y'all, in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Saturday, May 14th from 12 p.m. Come let the stress go. I feel like I need that right now. Vendor space is available. She only got space for 3 more vendors. It's $75. It comes with a round table and 2 chairs. Different vendors cater to different needs. So if you have any questions, give her a call at 423-503-1420. Um, I'm trying to think. Y'all don't forget to check me out August 13th at the Rosa Blanca Wine and Music Festival. You can always always email at rbfestival2022 at gmail.com to be a vendor. I'm super excited about that. That will open up so many doors for me after I have this baby. To be able to just do so much more. The B team investigated employment scams of the day. So make sure y'all do research on jobs before you do anything. I'm trying to do my recap. um, we finally have get it off your chest, say it loud, say it proud. Um, oh, you welcome. Thank you. And Yakita said tickets are only $15. You cannot beat that. $15 to get pampered by some amazing vendors. I could use that right now. So I wish you would bring this show to Georgia. So some of us ladies out here need to be pampered. Okay, we need this out here in Atlanta. You might need to travel with this. Okay, travel. um. Say it loud, say it proud, get it off your chest. If you have anything that you want to get off your chest, now is the time to give us a call while we down to our last minutes at 404-254-4347. I do want to just get off my chest that I really would like for mothers, especially ones in my age range. between 30 and 40. Pay attention to your kids. I'm saying it loud and I'm saying it proud. You need to listen to school stories. Don't just ask them, how was your day? And cut them off. Listen to the fights. They had all their kid drama. Listen to it. Because it's something in these stories that your child could use help on, or may whatever. Just listen. That's always a hint in something, because the story may not be about somebody else, but it could just be about them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that off my chest. We need to listen more as parents. She said, your kid said, give me a location and I sure will, girl. Come to Cascade Pop-Up Shop, girl. We'll put some bays in that parking lot. We gonna we can put some bays in that parking lot, girl. I will turn it out. We'll put on some red carpet. I Look, it'll be something new. Everything ain't gotta be inside now. We'll we could make this outside of. Oh wait, hold on, because if they're gonna be in towels now, I don't want to go to. A lot of rappers in Atlanta just went to jail for sex trafficking. So Lord knows I don't want them to think that I'm doing anything of the sort in the parking lot, because people walking around with towels on. What's that guy, Young Chopper from Making the Band? He just went to jail for sex trafficking. An undercover police officer at that. And then what's the other one name? Keisha, cashing out. He in prison for sex trafficking. Y'all, when the checks stop coming in, shit get real. Um, he actually had women in dog cages. Yes, dog cages in hotels. That's how he was punishing them. So I don't even listen to his music no more. Yo, Keita said we have Johnny Steve, so I don't think that'll work. LOL. Yeah. The city gonna cancel me. Live will be on Action 2 News. They gonna be like, isn't that girl with the cash out story, Lord? She out here doing Yanni Steves and these people parking. Yeah, I have to get out of here. It has been fun. I'm hungry. I'm tired, and I need to get back to Marietta. Cause one last thing: if you are with child, you do not. Let me save you some money. Depending on who your health insurance provider is, I have WellCare, and they do order you Uber rides and Lyft rides to and from your doctor's appointment, so that you don't strain yourself driving your vehicle. So I have the same gas I've been having for the last 2 weeks. Because I've been taking full advantage of being driven around in an Uber that I didn't pay for. Okay? Um, so y'all definitely find out through your insurance company. You do not have to catch the bus pregnant. You do not have to beg nobody for a ride pregnant to and from the doctor's appointment. It is called TransUnion Transportation. They will come pick you up and they will take you to and from your doctor. All right. Um, have a great day. Thank you for hanging in there. I love y'all. I hope to see y'all next week. Remember, you are listening in to His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Build the brand with Kristen is out.